I don't know how that got changed, but hey, welcome. Now you can hear me, but you can't hear the game. That's okay. I will fix everything because I'm the best around. Ain't nobody gonna keep me down. So we do have the first band coming out of Dead Gaming, going against the Hug Air. Before we get here, let's talk about the map selections just a little bit. We do go ahead and have Caffinated Knights did win the flip. Dead Gaming won the flip. They went for first pick. Caffeinated Knights went for map pick, obviously, because that's what was left. We do go ahead and have this is flipped. I apologize, but regardless, Braxis and Alterac are banned out. Elephant of Eternity and Volskaya are also banned out. We are in Cursed. Yuck. Yes, I am back. I am at home. I get to actually cast from my own setup. It's amazing. I need more lights going on. That's a little bit better. And I'm like, I am super, super, super in the dark, and that is not where I want to be. And that change. I'm like trying to do like lighting effects on the fly, and I'm not doing a good job. Oh, good. Blay, I'm glad you're here, because you texted me asking if my team had a match tonight, like right before we launched, and I was in the process of typing to you that, no, but I'm casting, and then the game started. I was like, I can't, I can't press buttons anymore. It's a problem. Regardless, we do have Hagar and Diablo banned out, Vikings and Genji being removed by the Caffeinated Knights. Our first actual pick is Dahaka. Going to go ahead and be using that global ability in order to just push all over the map. Not going to have to go down and actually rotate to the objectives. That should give them an advantage in soak, unless there's a false ad or a Brightwing on the other side that gets to match that. Both of whom are up and available. Let me just say. So we have Cheekies coming out with the Lucio, and then Blaze will be taking the, or Gojira will be taking the Blaze. We will have a Dahaka versus Gojira. Yeah. Apparently I've just decided that the Blaze's name is Gojira now. Let's be honest, Blaze is a pretty stupid name for a hero. You know? Like, call him Guy Montag. But regardless, this will be Dahaka versus Blaze in the offlane most likely. That's interesting because neither of those heroes are particularly good at actually getting kills. They are both used for their ability in team fights. So I probably won't spend a whole lot of time on the offlane, which is hard for me. I'm an offlane player, and I really, really, really want to spend all my time in the offlane, but I can't. It's illegal. There we go, a little closer to center. We have the Anduin removed. No healer picked up. We do have a Zeratul, however, coming out of the Icy. And we do go ahead and have, coming up here, the final ban, coming out of Dead Gaming. Joselle, if you don't know, if you can see in the title down below, this is Storm Division. So this is the highest division of amateur play. Hi, kitty. So I don't necessarily know that we will... I mean, we may see a Brightwing still. Brightwing is available and does have that global ability. Blaze is the better offlaner. Kind of. The big thing is that Blaze is going to... I do not predict that either Osmantheus or Gojira is going to get a kill unassisted. They will need someone to go top, but Dahaka does have a Zeratul that can show up very unexpected. We're going to have Storm Brandon coming out with the Anubarak, and there will be Slug Hunter coming out with the Grey Daddy. Kitty, you're in my light? There you go. Good job. Oh, wait, I can present this as the CCL and say, okay, thank you, everyone. Here's a little kitty time to reward you. I do have to say, Opera's name is not as cool as Twiggy.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Okay, we actually have a solo healer Uther coming out of Love Dart. That's very, very, very dangerous. That means they're looking for explosive, quick fights, because Uther is very, very good at a small engagement. The armor does a lot in order to help, but his mana pool just gets exhausted so quickly, and a drawn-out, poke-based fight. With that said, their opponents are going with Greymane and Thrall. neither of which are super good pokey heroes. So this could very easily wait. Okay, no one wants to see your butt? Sorry about that. So here we go. Going into Storm Division map number 1. I will get predictions up. Don't go anywhere. And we will see you in just a second.
Oh, a swap. Oh no, but a swap followed by a light
Dead
bulb.
here. 4-man mosh pit followed by Entomb. Oh no!
Oh, a huge light bomb coming in on the Genji, and that's a 5-man light bomb. They're gonna follow up, and they're gonna get 1, 2, 3 kills.
And it's gonna be everybody dying. Oh my god, when does this happen? Everybody's dead.
That was the wrong intro. Okay, you just got an unexpected view of the season 14 intro. Here's the problem. I have been on the road all, like, since season 15 started. I'm only home on the weekends, and I almost never get to cast matches on the weekends, so I just had not set up this PC to be casting, so I do apologize about that. I kind of just assumed everything was fine, and everything was mostly fine. I just didn't actually have, I still had it set up for season 14, so I apologize. But regardless, representing Caffinated Knights here in the blue, we do have Cheekies playing the Lucio. Rhett is going to be on the Thrall. Oh god, are you serious? Wow, I really have not been casting this all season. But Slug Hunter will go ahead and be on that Greymane. Storm Brandon will be on the Anubarak. And then we do have Blaze in the middle being played by Gojira. Meanwhile, we do go ahead and have the counter push. Uther's being played by Love Darts. We've got Grey Color playing the Hanzo. We've got Sakamura. He's going ahead and be going on this Johanna. We have Icy on the Zeratul. And who have I not said? Dahaka being played by Osmanthius. Or sorry, I always do that. It's actually Orsmanthius. But Osmanthius is what I want to say. And interesting, it's going to be Dahaka into Thrall. That is a much scarier one. If I do say so myself. Let me turn the game sounds a bit. They sound a bit like, Tell me if you can't hear them as well. Well, I only get to be home for this weekend. I fly out for Charlotte again on Monday. So, yep. I'm probably not actually getting home until, like, the summer. My cats are missing me like crazy, and I am not super happy. Oh, nice. Nom 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 nom. Get out of there, Thrall. Yep, you're taking cannonballs to the face. Nice move by Osmanthius actually coming up here. We do have Blaze down here. Gojira going ahead and moving into this. This does go ahead and have Adrenaline Stim back at their level 1. Looking at other level 1s, we do go ahead and get the Tissue Regeneration. So going to be a little bit beefier of Ataka, but not as good at rotating. Really going to be taking advantage of the Burrow and not trying to move very quickly between the lanes. We have a big rotation coming up here to the top lane right now. Or to the mid lane. I don't know where I am. Icy is in the area. We do have Simple Geometry, Wave of Light. Nothing super big. Zealous Glare, going to be really weakly making these difficult to thrall. A lot of his damage does come from the, ability to go ahead and hit with the Doom Hammer. Also, Viciousness. So yeah, having 2 blinds is going to neuter Caffeinated Knights just a little bit. Sakamura is getting stunned, double stunned, trying to body block, and successfully doing so. Sakamura cannot get back through there, trying, and will actually, they spread out just a little bit. They actually had a full contain, but somehow Sakamura managed to get through. You cannot be here anymore, my friend. The houses are rocking, don't bother knocking. They are coming in right now. We have Caffeinated Knights looking to go ahead and smash into this. We have first tribute spawning down here at the bottom lane, near Blaze and no one. Oh no, there is Icy. Seriously, stealthy, don't blame me. Not my fault I didn't see them. Meanwhile, up top, we do have Osmanthius and Rhett. Rhett almost out of mana. Osmanthius still has about 60%. There we have that spawning. Icy is in the area. We do go and have a rotation coming in on either side. Neither way. Okay, Left Art does start to channel. She gives the go ahead and blast them with sound waves. lot of members of Dead Gaming here. Only Dahaka not here, and of course Dahaka can burrow in at any time. We do have Greymane in the middle still. There is an Anubrak trying to come around. So far, successful interruptions coming up from Blaze. A little bit of fire. Poor Lovedar is like, will you guys stop? It hurts. Alright, we do go down Uther. Uther being collapsed on right now. We do have Cheeky taking a good bit of damage, but Uther will go down. Obviously turns into the Ghost Uther. Will go and keep everyone up and alive. We do have Johanna in the area. Great color going ahead and just launching arrows in. Slug Hunter has to move back, but Ghost Uther is gone. This does give the opportunity, but we do have Cheeky trying to get this right now. Sakatora is in the area, trying to move in, trying to go ahead and get that. There is the collapse onto Johanna, and goodbye, my friend. No, I am wrong. I called that incorrectly. I apologize. Sakatora does actually manage to survive. That feels illegal. I don't think that's the way this should happen at all. But we do go ahead and have the channel successfully contained for Caffinated Knights. Love Dart is coming back. Coming down here just in time to see the wall go down. Here's a nice little stasis coming down as Manthias shows up. We do go and have Icy. Icy came down in order to try and help, but then seeing that their opponents backed off, went ahead and went back for soak. Nom 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 nom. Oh, none of that was his soak? Never mind.
Earn my favor.
Second tribute is coming up towards the top, slightly on the side of Caffeinated Knights, but overall still a pretty neutral one. It's not like here where it strongly favors one. But obviously, Caffeinated Knights can control here. They basically stop every route of ingress. The opponents aren't going to come through here. Cheeky starts to... Oh, a lot of damage on the Slug Hunter. Slug Hunter trying to move away as quickly as they can. But will they get here in time? No, just barely. As Hanzo tried to go ahead and get that with the scouting arrow. But no, the second tribute does go in the favor of Caffeinated Knights. Meanwhile, down here at the bottom, we still have the ongoing battle as Manthias and Gojira. Gojira very low. But as mentioned, like I said, I just do not see either of them actually getting a solo kill on each other. Blaze does heal a little bit more consistently than Dahaka does. Dahaka can only heal so often as he gets essence. Blaze can basically heal as long as he's got mana. Cooldown is very short on that. And we do go and have both teams starting up a boss. Obviously taking their own boss, not going to move into the other. Icy in the area, scouting to make sure no one moves in. But it does not look like either team is actually interested in trying to move into their opponents. So we go and have this moving through. Slug Hunter dives in, just shredding this boss. Level 10s have been achieved for both sides. We do go and have Bunker coming out of the blaze. Go for the throat. High five, Cocoon, and Earthquake. On the other side, we do get the Isolation, Dragon's Arrow, Divine Shield, Blessed Shield, and Void Prison. Only real surprise there, I do see a lot of people going Might of the Netherzeem for Zeratul, but we are back to Void Prison. Alright, we do have... Oh, interesting. Osmathi's trying here. We're going to have a hard time getting out of this. Is behind that. I don't... Nope. Dahaka has gone extinct.
Team has destroyed a fort. New team has destroyed a fort.
Nice arrow coming in at the perfect time. That was definitely practice. Very well coming in. Left Dart trying to move out. We do have 4 versus 3, and there is some damage. Uther goes down. That is going to be our third kill for the side of Caffeinated Knights. All ults are still up on the side of Caffeinated Knights except for Thralls. So that gives them a great ability. We do have Isolation and Dragon Arrow and Johanna. Was that Blessed Shield? Okay, I already forgot. Void Prison all down on the side of Dead Gaming. We do also, speaking of down, we also have Hanzo being down. Not only, but will be coming up and able to just rip Dragon Arrow immediately if they so choose to. Another tribute is coming up. This will be Curse for the side of Caffeinated Knights if they pick it up. Tribute is coming up, being channeled by Rhett. No response right now from Dead Gaming. They're just kind of letting this happen. Nice combo, and Stopple comes up. We have Osmantheus going ahead. There's a massive arrow from Gray Color. I said it'd be available as soon as he came up, and we certainly saw that. We do go and have a bunker coming down from the blaze, so, like giving everyone a place to go. Sakatora down to about 30%, as is Gojira. Icy going in. We do go and have Icy, not yet level 16. Does not have their massive power spike just yet. There is the Earthquake coming out, slowing everyone down. Sakatora very low. We have Chiki's trying to get away from Icy, not going to be able to do so. Super low and vulnerable. D-Shield comes down to save Sorkamura, but will not be enough. Johanna goes down. We have Gray Color just by the edge, but no, with a barrel roll. We do go and have Greymane comes in and secures the kill on Hanzo. They went top fort as well. They still have 12 seconds left, and all three of their lanes have guys at the entrances, although top lane has the weakest approach. They're going for this Icy, and they are going to get him, but they do trade out the Greymane for it as well. Osmantheus in the back, trying to go in and get this taken care of. We do have a Rhett and Chiki's moving back and forth, going ahead trying to look to see if they can get any more damage, but it does look like this will be a retreat from Caffeinated Knights, having lost one of their DPS. Up top, we do have Sakatora Sakatora going ahead and trying to get this taken out, moving up here, pushing these lanes down as best they can. All three forts have been lost on the side of Dead Gaming. That will be catapult pressure on the middle and bottom lane. Top lane, they did previously with the boss take out that fort, so this lane is actually just balanced. People, you knew who was the home team. Thank you. That explains why the pick and ban was messed up. Let me fix that right quick. That makes a lot of sense. I appreciate you, Sparklar. Let me just confirm to make sure I'm not dumb, which is always a possibility. Sorry. So yeah, Osmantheus is part of Caffeinated Knights. What? No, I don't think they are reversed.
Gather tribute or face my curse.
It's annoying because the other person, the representative, was Chub Sway, who is not actually in the game. Or if they are, they're under a different name. But Osmantheus is definitely a member of Caffeinated Knights. Oh, you know what? I'm just not going to, I'm not going to try and defend that. Holy crap. So everyone that doesn't know, I am dyspraxic, so like left and right and things like that just continuously mess me up. One of the reasons why if you get casted, please like stick to what the schedule says, because some of your casters are dumb. But regardless, we are going ahead. We do have Dead Gaming going in and taking this, trying to push in. Both bosses were once again picked up. We do have this boss just going in. I love that. Just going to get out of here, Catapult. You're dumb. Unstoppable does come down or stop the free damage. It does look like we've got Caffeinated Knights trying their hardest to go ahead and get this taken care of. But meanwhile, Dead Gaming just running the map, trying to go in and get to everything taken care of. Neither side actually took any damage onto their keeps. Okay, I lied.
I grow tired of your petty squabbling. Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
You have Brandon in the middle looking for this engage, trying to move in there. Very, very, very defensive Sakatora, trying to go ahead and stop Dead Gaming's advance. We do have the battle of the Bruiser camps, obviously focusing on the spell power minion in order to give them advantage. Daka burrows down. Brandon's still here, but going to go ahead and move back. They need to make sure Caffinated does not get this, or it will be a counter curse. But they seem to be in a very, very good position to do that for the time being, because their opponents do have to deal with this. I think those will get picked up with no real issue. There's the engage. Brandon goes in, goes ahead and stops that. Sakatora is back out. Rhett super, super low. Does go ahead and drop the Earthquake. Big, big Void Prison comes out of Icy. Icy does miss the spin just by a little bit. A lot of damage coming down. We do have Zeratul not able to get this done. There is a triple stun from Brandon. Brandon comes in. Dead Gaming is on a slaughter field. We have the invulnerable D-Shield. Uther goes down. They will save the Hanzo, but will they be able to save this Daka? Daka has a lot of health, but a lot of people as well. There's the stun from Brandon. Body blocks coming down. It looks like the dinosaur is once again going back to a museum. We do go ahead and get Sakatora does take out the Thrall, but 4 members are still running in here, as well as the Nubrox Beetles, which give them extra push power. Sakatora, it does look like, I think they have to fall back at this point. They do not have a lot of hit points, so Dead Gaming will be escaping from this battle, but we do have another tribute just about to spawn, and I don't think, I mean, even though Thrall is down for 33 seconds, this entire team is down, and they are having to push out their lanes just a little bit. So I think this is given for free, unfortunately. Sakatora in gray color going ahead and riding up to the top of the map. Or Samantha's going to try to pushing this back out. There's still a full minute before boss, so they're obviously not angling for that. I think they're just trying to stay off the map and get what experience they can safely. This will be the site. This is the best tribute location if you are Caffinated Knights. But we do go and have Dead Gaming already mounting up and positioning themselves in order to be defensive. But of course, Caffinated Knights can come in from here, they can come in from here, they can come in from up here. Like, a lot of ways for them to get into position to engage. Alright, we do have Zeratul. Zeratul showed up in their backline. We'll go ahead and get Cocooned. It does not have the ability to teleport back out, I don't believe. Definitely not if he's stunned the whole time. But still has Void Prison, do not forget. There's the Void Prison coming down. Goes ahead and gets a double stun. Invulnerable D-Shield comes out. They are going ahead and knocking into this. Uther goes down, but does have, of course, Ghost Uther, but it will not be enough to save the Zeratul. Lots of damage on the Caffinated. We do go and have Dahaka going down. Gray color and... Nope, just gray color, never mind. And this will be another curse coming out of the side of Dead Gaming as they just start marching through the mid lane. Just going right past this. I mean, there's no reason for them to fight it. Obviously, the core does still shoot. It does not get turned off by the curse, but it is the only thing trying to shoot them. And Hanzo and Uther cannot defend this. And we are at 30 seconds till anyone else shows up, so we definitely should have the end of game number 1 happening momentarily, with Dead Gaming taking out their hated rivals. I don't actually know if there's any grudge here. I'm inventing stuff. With that being said, let's go ahead and look at the stats at the end of game number 1. In terms of damage, we do have Gray Color leading the way, 56,000 damage, followed by Slug Hunter and Rhett. In terms of healing, we do have 61,000 healing coming out of Cheekies, 33,000, but at the same time, you don't take Uther for his healing numbers. So, like, this doesn't really mean anything. You expect Lucio to out-heal an Uther, and that's exactly what we see. And there's the experience contribution. We do go and have, of the offlaners, Dahaka does out-soak the Thrall, but again, that's kind of just hero strength. That's not saying, Ors Manthius is better than Ret, or vice versa. You expect Dahakas to be able to out-soak Thralls. If anything, this is actually closer than I thought it would. It's barely 1,000 apart. Talent-wise, we got those. Go ahead, copy them down, take them into your Storm League matches, get amazing and epic victory, and I will see you in game number 2 momentarily. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 2. Dead Gaming did go ahead and win game number 1 in a fairly, I won't say dominant fashion, but I'll say decisive fashion. If they weren't really ever in that much danger, it never really felt like Caffinated Knights were about to claw their way back. You know what? Things can change. Now that their tricks have been exposed, we'll have to see what Dragonshire holds. This is one of my favorite maps in the map pool. You definitely have to control 3 different areas at the same time to get the map objective. So you have to play it, you can't really just deathball this map. You really have to be able to coordinate across several sections, figure out where your opponent is likely to be, and make sure that you can match their strength. Will you try and get the objective? Will you ignore the objective? Will you only go try and go, like, secure bottom lane and only soak top, saying, I don't care about the objective? There's a lot of different ways to approach this. This map and the Infernal Shrines are the 2 maps that have a lot of different win conditions, and I'm definitely here for it. Go ahead and take my cough drop right quick. Because, for anyone that does not know, if you're not aware, long COVID sucks. I am not a fan. I'm tired of having like low-key coughing forever. I do hope it clears up. I feel a little bit better every week, but I never feel good, and that's the problem. Alright, we do. I'm just ignoring bans right here. I'm casting like Baja, where I'm just like, I'm going to talk about this for a while. And oh, there's a game going on. No shade at Baja, by the way. He knows he does it. We do go ahead and have Brightwing and Junkrat being banned out by the side of Caffinated Knights. The Blaze and, weirdly enough, the other Shimada being banned out by Dead Gaming. Hanzo was in the last game, but no, we're banning out Genji. Lucio being taken by Love Dart. That way, Shikis cannot have it.
Every death comes honor. Hunt them down.
We do go and have Midlife Crisis Hanzo being picked up here, as well as Gojira. I'm sorry, every single time I see that hair on the Rambo skin, I just have to laugh. So Gojira will go to get their Hogger. Hogger was banned out last time, but this time it is picked up. We do go in and have Grey Color getting on the Valhalla, and we do get Orsmanthius on their absolute favorite hero. Ors not offlaning this time around, is going to be playing that Diablo, unless there is a switcheroo. There is the Dahek and Dahaka being banned out. They do not want to have to deal with it again, especially with Orsmanthius playing on Diablo. It's kind of interesting, although obviously you could switch players here, and they may be worried about that, because I'm like, Orsmanthius already showed a different hero, but that could be deception. Sylvanas being banned out here does not want a... Sylvanas is basically a map objective by herself. If you can ever end up in a lane that is poorly defended, Sylvanas just lets you get so much free. I do remember at one point the Hot Steps said Sylvanas was their like biggest mistake, not in terms of the character, but just in terms of every single map, every single cool idea they had. They're like, yeah, but what about Sylvanas? And they're like, well, crap! Randon does go ahead and get a new Nubrak one more time, and Rhett will be back on the Grey Mane. Hold on, I almost forgot. I don't know if it's too late. Get back to this. Thank you. I don't want that terrible default experience again. We do have Arc coming out on the Leoric. Going Leoric versus Hogger is an interesting matchup. Because Leoric can't really drain a Hope Hogger will just spin away, but by saving Drain Hope, you can actually stop Hogger from being able to use his spin, and the spin is a lot of his clear. So if Hogger uses spin, then Leoric can get very aggressive, especially once Entomb is online. Entomb will not stop a Hogger. The Unstoppable on the spin will just go straight through the walls. Similar to a spinning Sonya. I don't know why I showed Sonya like one of those, where you pull it and it just like launches. I forget what they're called. Interesting, we have Uthers coming out from Cheekies this time. A lot of solo heal Uther coming out in this game, and it was not successful in the last game. Well, Cheeky's going ahead and be like, I'm going to show you how this is done. Let's find out. I'll see you in game. Don't go anywhere. What? I just changed it? I guess the change doesn't take effect once the game actually, like, the draft starts. That's annoying as anything. But regardless, we're not going to focus on that. We have Cheekies coming out here playing the Uther. We will go in and have Gojira playing the Hogger. Brandon will be back on the Nubarak. Slug Hunter is on the Greymane. And
Battle commencing in
Rhett, we're going.
10 seconds.
I said Rhett of the Hanzo. Who did I not say?
5.
Whatever. Rhett is going to be playing the Hanzo. They are your blue team. They are Dead Gaming. They're coming out of the left-hand side of the battlefield. Meanwhile, on the other side, we do have Love Dart on the Lucio. Orsmanthius will be playing that their Diablo. Arc on the Janitor Leoric. Icy playing the Time Stop Chromie. And then Gray Color will be going ahead and playing the Valhalla. We do have Queen of the Hunter coming out of Vala, so we are going to go ahead and see a lot of stacking go on. Arc goes and moves back, takes about 50% health, then a little bit too far ahead. You have Devil's Due coming out, Time Walker's Pursuit. These are Beetle, that's interesting. Very, very, very push-tastic. These are Beetle's going to be spawning a whole bunch of these. Geometry again, we do have Viciousness. It does look like we had Caffeinated Knights moved up, trying to get a gank onto Hogger. Not successful. Hogger was a little bit too aware. However, there's a big push on the Slug Hunter, and I do not think Slug Hunter's going to get out of here. However, Orsmanthi's taking a bunch of damage. It looks like we got Dead Gaming trying to be very, very aggressive in response. Does not want to leave Slug Hunter to die, and yes, Slug Hunter does actually escape. Both sides now moving up and getting their, camp.
Capture the shrines. Inherit the
No attempt
Dragon
at
Knight's
an invade,
power,
it appears.
and lay waste to this forsaken kingdom.
Arc goes and moves back as a Molotov goes ahead and tickles his keister. We go now have Storm Brandon up here. Hogger has... Okay, Hogger was over here picking up this camp. That's the advantage of Hogger. Hogger does so well against bruiser camps. But you know who does well against Greymates? Apparently it's Lucio. Chromie down here fighting against Hanzo. Hanzo trying to scout this out, having a hard time to secure this. And very, very, very early. Nope, not quite, Brandon. Not quite. And there's... Okay. Dragon Knight, I'm not sure that was required. But you know what? You do you. We did have a kill of Gojira onto Leoric. Because Gojira, unlike Blaze and Dahaka, Hogger is very, very, very capable of getting 1v1 kills. But here comes Leoric coming back. Meanwhile, we do have the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight down about 50%. Has taken out a tower, taken out the wall, taken out the other tower. The middle is exposed. The Dragon Knight is moving down with our 40% health. Oh my goodness, Icy! And Vala really likes kicking the opponents, even when they're otherwise trapped. Might be a bit of a thing that, like, I'm not sure that's the right call. Like, Anubrak was kind of here and couldn't get out, and you're just like, go over there. Obviously, you do have to charge up the kick, so I do get it. Both teams are level 6, knocking on the door of level 7. To see if anything comes out of these talents as they get selected by both teams. Firestorm build, a very survivable Diablo, going to be coming out and into the battlefield. Hot Pursuit, going to be able to chase this down. And we do get Hopelessness. Definitely trying to nullify Hogger's ability to spin out of danger. More Beetle talents. We've got the Leeching Scarabs. Chromie scans that out. We do have a little bit of damage on the Hogger, but not very much. That does mean that a experience advantage is being had by the side of Caffeinated Knights, because Hogger did come down, which means he was neglecting 2 of the lanes. You have this booster camp pushing in, trying to get damage onto the bottom lane. Bottom lane is often considered the win condition lane because you do have 3 camps that push down it. And you also don't have to push across the Bridge of Death, which is just bonus.
Control the shrines and make use of it.
Experience has evened out at this point. But here comes nice Train Hope. We do have Cheeky. Cheeky's getting flipped over, trying to go ahead and stay in here. Will escape. Uther goes ahead and gets out of this very, very effectively. Love Dart moves back. We do have all 5 members. It looks like Leoric is going to move away. Neither team having their heroic tier challenge just yet.
My husband is dead. Remind this kingdom of his strength.
You have Love Dart securing bottom as Leoric moves up to get top. Valo once again moving in. Caffinated trying to get a second dragon.
Hero slain. The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to cinders.
And they are looking to probably actually, with their position of their opponents, get a lot of damage onto this. Opponents are starting to come up. Level 10s are online for the side of Dead Gaming. We do go ahead and get Divine Shield, Shockwave, Cursed Bullet, Cocoon, and Dragon's Arrow. On the other side of the battlefield, we do go and get the M2, Rain of Vengeance, High Five, Lightning Breath, and Slowing Sands.
Hero slain.
I'm a bit surprised to see Slowing Sands and not Temporal Loop. I thought Temporal Loop could be very, very, very effective on both Greymane and Hanzo. Hanzo does have his, like, leap out, but it kind of depends on where he is on the map if he gets to use that. A lot of damage coming onto Arc. Arc goes ahead and sips from the healing waters of the Moonwell. Going ahead and trying to hold this back. Big push coming in at the moment. Can't high five out of that, my friend. There we have a big stun coming in onto everybody. Unstoppable, we do have Lucio going down. However, there is the, oh, what is it called? The Flaming Sriracha? That's what it's called. When you have the Lightning Breath into Entomb. A lot of damage goes through, but the Cheeky's armor that came up just saved their life so much. Cheeky was able to hit the entire area and just gave all of them armor, and so they just didn't take as much from that.
Another chance to prove your
Arc going to move forward. Is going to take this for sure if their opponents don't actually respect it. They're right now in the middle trying to get Orsmanthius. Going to be successful as Orsmanthius, oh, not successful, but going to go and push him out of lane. Hawker coming up here, but Hawker might be a little late. Okay, Leo does back off.
Take hold of the shrines. Earn the Dragon Knight's power.
Vala not prepared in the middle in order to try and challenge immediately. Although, ironically enough, it does look like Dead Gaming was in the middle to stop her.
Hero slain.
Sorry, here's my problem. I'm an offlaner. I just want to watch the offlane, like, all the time. Whereas Manthys did get Cocoon, going ahead and turn Brandon. But there is the stun coming out of Cheeky's. Cheeky's goes ahead and stops that. Whereas Manthys trying to move back. There is Gojira coming in with the ult. And goodbye. Would you go ahead and have Diablo going down? Diablo not quite able to come back up. I'm sorry, guys. Well, this doesn't even tell me how many soul... Blizzard? Arc gonna move back to see there's a lot of opponents all nearby. A little bit of a push out from Grey Color, trying to go in and get some damage onto this. We do have Arsmanthius trying to become a dragon real quick. Will they be able to stop that? The answer is no.
Now it burns.
Here comes Diablo riding out. Nope, I was going to see if this told me how many souls he has, but the answer is apparently none. Will not show me that. So a lot of going back and forth. Diablo trying to go ahead and starve off the dragon. Demon versus dragon as Diablo starts moving down as fell. Nice unstoppable. Just got an overexposed dragon. A new Brack going to have to pull back. Probably going to end up losing here. We do go ahead and have an Entomb being looked for here.
I have seen enough.
Entomb does come down on Slug Hunter, but only Slug Hunter did not actually catch Brandon in that. We do have Arc getting counter turned on. A lot of damage coming through. Orsmanthius going ahead and taking a bit of damage. Arc trying to drain hope and get back into this fight as quickly as possible. It is 5 versus 4 right now. As we do have a Dead Gaming marching forward, trying to go ahead and take the bottom of the fort down. They've already taken top. Orsmanthius, that was very, very brave. I'm not sure that was the play. And no, we do have Diablo goes ahead and gets picked off. Shot for the stars, hit the moon, but did the moon hit back? Here's what we didn't know. We didn't know that Dead Gaming actually referred to they'll kill you. Because they are very good at it, is what we're finding out. There's freaking Hogger. Hogger just makes mincemeat of all of the, like, these kids. Just just bop, bop, bop.
It won't be long before the shrines are ready.
There's an EU arrow going across.
Has destroyed a fort.
Shrines are active in about 10 seconds. We'll have to see where they end up going. Battle between Gojira. Looks like the Unstoppable will come out here. Oh yeah, they're definitely trying for Arc, and I think Arc does not have enough to get through there. There is the Curse of Bullet coming out, going ahead and trying to handle this. Diablo is in the area, but no. We do go ahead and have Arc goes down. Arsmanthius will be released. They weren't really trying for that. They do not yet have Curse of Bullet back. Lots of damage coming through. Then we have Orsmanthius not able to move. Big old sun comes through and Diablo goes down. This time Diablo does have souls, but that also means he's going to come out with a 25 soul Diablo, not nearly able to stand up as much. And we do have Rhett once again becoming the dragon.
Comes for you.
Dragon Knight moving through, going ahead and trying to take this all down. There's a big old two-handed swing coming through. They want this last fort. They want to go ahead and get all of their lanes with catapult pressure.
Your team has destroyed a fort.
A lot of damage on the Arc. Arc goes ahead and has to spooky walk out of there. Will be okay at this point, but here's the big push coming into the bottom lane. A lot of damage. That small Diablo not able to stand up to all of this abuse. And Diablo does go down for 50 seconds. Dragon Knight still has a decent bit of hit points. I'm not sure they can go for the end, but with Arc also going down, it's becoming more and more likely that they might be able to.
Red team's core is under attack.
However, lots of free cannonballs going into Hanzo. Dragon Knight is taking a good bit of damage. That is going to give them less staying power. But the shields are gone. The paint is scratched. Bunch of damage come through. Point blank arrow coming in. Chromie is secured. We have Grey Color is very, very, very low. 2 people trying to hold off 5. It is a difficult task. And a task that ultimately Caffinated Knights were not up to. As once again, game number 2 is taken by Dead Gaming. Look at the stats in game number 1. We do have Ret leading the way in terms of damage, 54,000. Slug Hunter comes out with 46,000. And Icy, a full 20,000 below Ret. Again, no shame on Icy. Just a more of eyebrow-raising statistic. In terms of healing, actually Cheekies? Well, heckin' done. Yes, Lucio out-healed the Uther, but if you remember last game, I was like, you know what? You expect Lucio to out-heal the Uther, and the fact that it was 37 to 35,000. Wow, 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 wow. I'm such a good caster. With that being said, we do go and have almost even side soak going on. Actually, like, this is only 400 apart. That's not even, like, basically Gojira and Arc dead even. I will have to, and this is going to sound like a flame, and I don't mean it to. I do have to tip my hat to Arc a little bit, because he died 4 times as much and yet maintained the same level of soak. So, you know what? Well done. With that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have the talents, copy them down, take them into Storm League, get all of the amazing victory you can, and I will see you in game number 3. Here we are, one more time, or possibly 3 more times. It is a best of 5. Caffinated Knights could come back into a major comeback. I certainly hope so. I always want more games to cast, because I am super selfish, what can I say? But here we are on Tomb of Spider Queen. This is a map that was selected by Dead Gaming, which means Caffinated Knights did once again want first pick whenever they lost the game. They do get rid of Lucio. They're like, you know what? Cheeky's having Lucio sucked? Wait a minute, no, they had Lucio last time. I mean, they can still see that, because Cheeky's was Lucio in the previous game. But Cheeky's was definitely Uther in that last game. Regardless, this means that they want something else. It might be that they are going to ban Lucio and then take Uther. But I can't imagine that you can actually, like, that Cheeky's only has 3 or 4 healers. So Maya being banned out by the side of Dead Gaming. Say, go back to, like, looking for Illidan. Get out of our game. I promise Illidan will not show up here. Illidan does not get played professionally. So there's the Junkrat. Junkrat is one of the bestest players here in the games. I hate him. So I do not at all mind getting him out of the game. And then Johanna. Once again, Arc going ahead and getting a very, very early pick. We do have the Blaze coming out of Arc. A little bit of a throwback to game 1. I'm trying to remember, did Arc have Blaze or did Arc have Dahaka? I do think Dahaka was the first pick from Calf Knights. But then I also have the teams reversed, so that may be, like, not... I may be misremembering. So Brandon is going to be taking the best skin for Diablo. I do love the next Mania skin. And Gojira coming out with Leoric. Definitely defanging their opponents a little bit. I'm pretty sure both Diablo and Leoric were on the side of Caffinated Knights in the last game. Alright, coming into their next set of picks, we have the Tychus being picked up in order to be mean to Diablo. And then we do... Oh, Garrosh is so interesting to Diablo. Because here's the thing, if Diablo charges in, Garrosh can just make him go even deeper. So it really makes Diablo have to be very, very selective about where he charges. Lucio luckily banned out, because Lucio goes so well into Garrosh. Though he is not the only healer that has a speed boost ability. What are you afraid of? Bigger the Stukov? I was just going to think that. I was going to say, neither team has picked up a healer. Both of them have tanks. Both of them have offlaners. So this should either be a healer ban or a DPS ban. And yet, Anduin being removed as well. Lucio, Anduin, and Stukov all removed. Deckard's still up. Malfurion's still up. Who's the other of the big three, though? Brightwing. Brightwing's still up. We have not seen Brightwing all game. We want to. Poor Giselle's out there being like, where are my dragons? Where are my dragons at?
I stand ready.
Okay, that's super unique. We do have Rhett coming out with the Medivh, and this Slugcopter does take Vala again. Medivh, definitely a very, very, very good hero, but it takes him some time. He has to finish his 40 hits with his Q before he becomes good. So a team with a lot of stuns can shut Medivh down. And of course, Garrosh, being able to throw Medivh away from their portals, could be crippling. And there we do have the baby dragon coming out, Brightwing showing up, as well as a Mephisto coming out being icy. If Icy's playing a mage, shouldn't Icy be playing either Jaina, or Kel'Thuzad? Hey, there's two of the healers I pointed out. I said Deckard Cain, Brightwing, and Malfurion, and boom, look at us. So here we go. I'll get the predictions up. Don't go anywhere. I will see you in just a moment. All right, here we go into game number 1 or game number 3. Potentially the last game of the series if Dead Gaming can pull it out one more time. We do have WH Slug Hunter coming out on the Vala. Do I have it? Yes. Fantastic. Rhett coming out here on the Brightwing. We do go and get Brandon coming out on the Diablo. Cheeky's going to be playing Malfurion. And Gojira coming out here on the Leoric. They are the blue team. They are the denizens of destruction. They are Dead Gaming. Meanwhile, on the orange side of the battlefield, we do have Arc playing the Blaze. Icy.
tremble before the burning standards of hell.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Mephisto will be played by Icy. We do have Gray Color coming out on Tychus. Osmanthus going to be playing the Garrosh. And then Rhett going to be playing... No, that's Medivh. What did I not say? Love Dart on Brightwing. Arc on Blaze. Gray Color on Tychus. I think it was Gray Color on Tychus. I don't remember saying Tychus before. But they are the orange team. They are the Centurions of Calamity. They are Caffinated Knights. Did the game get louder, or is it just me? Turning that down a bit more. And as I'm turning it down, people are getting killed. Wow. Definitely did not get Rhett, which is the good thing. Rhett is at 0 stacks, so it doesn't actually make a difference, though. And we finally have information about how many stacks of Black Soulstone Diablo has. Fantastic. So there is a double kill so far for Caffeinated Knights. Caffeinated Knights are not here to play anymore. Caffeinated Knights are here to slaughter. Here's Gojira being like, hey guys, they're taking this. But I do not think that Dead Gaming can get here in time to actually do anything about it. So we should not see that actually happening. And with that being taken care of, we do go to have Rhett flying around as a bird. He's a burb? Like a burb? Well, that is really hard to do. We do go and have a lot of damage. Love Dart moving in. There is the stun and the polymorph. We do go ahead and have protected, by the way. Brandon going ahead and getting the teleport out. Goes back in at the last second. That might not... How far are we from throw? Here is everyone. Blaze still in the top lane, so this is 5 versus 4. Love Dart trying to go in and get. Not quite, just barely, not long enough. But we do have a counter kill onto Vala. No, Vala did go and take fire at will at level 1. So does not have that Gambit talent. Not going to be penalized for dying, other than, dying. Oh, Sleepy Roots coming out on Arc. Gonna go ahead and hold their targets in place for just a little bit. Bum, bum, bum. Just a little bit. They're now moving up towards Leoric. Leoric is going to go ahead and move back almost immediately. Like I said, I've played this game before. I know what you're up to. Does look like both teams are going to go ahead and move down and try and get this taken care of. Sorry about that, just pan across the map. I do forget that that's a little bit more disorienting when you're not controlling the camera. So my bad. Arc goes in and turns in their spider butts. Neither team has a full 50 just yet, but very, very close on the side of Caffeinated Knights. Icy comes in, gets up with a little bit of free damage. Brandon looking for this Brightwing. Will get it. Brightwing does not have level 10, so cannot easily get out of here. Nice counter kill. It is 2 kills, 2-3, still in favor of Caffeinated Knights. But Brightwing will be down. Obviously, we'll have teleport as soon as she regenerates. So, comes back to the Hall of Storm in 10 seconds and join the fight basically immediately. But he's doing a great job nullifying the damage coming, or the ability coming out of the garage, throwing people out of position. There comes Brightwing. There's the teleport. Brandon taking a bunch of damage from minigun. Polymorph comes down. Brandon does go ahead and go for the portal. Who's in portals over here. Taps the Moonwell and will be healing back up. Hey, if I'm sick, all of you should be sick too. That's called sympathy pain or something. There's a polymorph coming out on Brandon one more time. One more time. We do go in and have Brandon. Brandon gets thrown, but it looks like Icy and... Yeah, we just Dead Gaming making dead bodies? My English teacher would hate me if I said dead corpses. She's like, all corpses are dead? What are you talking about? Don't clutter up your language with redundancies. Well, good for them. I'm proud of them. So we do have the blue web weavers coming down for Dead Gaming. They definitely got a lot. Whenever you killed them, a bunch of them fell. And I don't think their opponents were able to pick those up. They are pushing all 3 lanes. It looks like most of the attention being paid here to middle lane. 4 members are here at the moment. Plumber comes down. We do have Brandon take a bunch of damage. Unstoppable comes down, trying to get Brandon out of there. There comes the Protected. Do we have a... Yep, there is the portal coming down. Oh, we do have level 10s out, and there is the... what is that called? Leyline Seal, that's what it's called. Or Samantha is very, very low. There is some Fire Breath coming out for their opponents. Let's go ahead and... Oh my god! Medivh goes down. He was at like 36 stacks of his quest. That is crippling. He's coming back from square one. It is so much harder now that there are ults out. Oh, that might be exactly what Caffinated needs to turn this game around. We do have Gojira moving back. Still a very, very good push. They did get the middle lane down. They went through the wall and did damage to both towers top. Bottom, they got the entire wall down, as well as the bit of the side wall here. There's Orsmantheus taking a whole bunch of damage. So there's the red wave coming out. Just showing up much, much more than it did in 2022. Boom, political humor. I went there. Most of the blue team is up here making sure that the boss lane does not get a free clear. But that does mean that a lot of aggression will be landing and mostly unopposed here in the middle of the here in the middle lane. Brett coming down here and scouting exactly what they're up against. We do go and have Brandon taking a bunch of damage. Unstoppable coming down. This might be the end of Brandon. Gonna have a hard time getting out of here. Let's go ahead and get into the portal at the last second. Nice attempt at stopping, blocking the portal out with the bunker. I like that. Of course, Manthias is in no man's land, trying to get Slug Hunter, but will not do so. Just get taken out by a cannonball to the keister. Slug Hunter has no fear walking back in there, being like, no, I will kill you all. And might just do that. Love Dart is going to teleport back to Icy in order to save their life. Arc goes in and gets the turn in. We do have 64 gems available on the side of Dead Gaming. They can get another spider turn in immediately. And they probably need to because they did lose this fort. They're coming in to try and turn in. Brightwing is not with them, but Brightwing can of course teleport in at any moment. This is scouted out by Gojira. Bunker comes down, trying to hold him in place. There is the Entomb coming out. Orsmantheus got nowhere to go. All dressed up with nowhere to go. Fighting with a dead man over my shoulder. Gojira does go down. Not able to get teleported out there by Medivh. Brandon goes in deep, looking for this. We do go and have Orsmantheus looking to... Unstoppable does mean he cannot be thrown right now. But it does end eventually. There's a Protected, by the way, coming down. Brandon going and taking a huge amount of damage, trying to go in and get this taken care of. We do go and have... Cat! Stay on the action! We do go and have... Diablo goes down, does have 100 souls. We'll be coming back in just a few seconds, but we'll be coming back with 25 souls. Both teams do currently have a full turn-in. Rhett scouting this out, able to let them know where Arc is. Rhett is back up to 15 stacks of Arcane Rift, but definitely wants to be full. For those of you that don't know, whenever this quest is completed, first of all, it stops resetting on death, which means that you can actually die again. And secondly, it increases the damage by 75 and reduces the cooldown. So Medivh could just start, like, chunking those. Running up here, actually, like, low-key, secretly getting this done. Aww. Nice move by Love Dart. Got a lot of free damage up there at the top. Oh my gosh, both teams have 54 of 55 spider butts turned in. If either one gets one, gray color just turned in. That was interesting. Actually stopped the Q from coming out. Ars Manthias is going to take a bunch of damage. Is going to go ahead and move back. Unstoppable on the Diablo. Here come the spiders. Little like, evil waves. And here come the assaulters. It does look like Blaze is going to push down below while everyone else is up here. Trying to clear out the boss lane. A lot of damage. Polymorph comes down. Protected from the Medivh. Trying to go in and get this taken care of. Icy gets the teleport. 4-person Leyline Seal. Hello? I'm a bit surprised that the Leyline Seal, it was not paired with the Apocalypse. That's a really good combo, but Vala goes down. Rhett, we got Ars Manthias looking. Goes ahead and throws a Diablo into danger, but once again, there's the protect from the Medivh. Trying to go in there, but no. Diablo does go down, as does the top fort. Bottom fort also went down against the aggression of Blaze. So we go and have everyone moving in. 2 people are down for Dead Gaming. And it definitely looks like we are not gearing up for Game 4, but Game 4 is becoming more and more possible as the game keeps going deeper and deeper. Ars Manthias getting just knocked out. We have a Love Dart and Arc. A lot of damage coming out of Icy. They want this. If they can get constant catapult pressure along the top lane, that will be so big. Red goes and protects themselves, looking to go ahead and try and teleport out of there. Red very low. Nice use of the ult from Mephisto to hold him in place. Red does not have a lot of health to play with. Ars Manthias has even less though, as the Garrosh does go down. Lotosh Garrosh. Alright, Rhett. Icy wants Rhett. Icy is looking for Rhett so hard. Gets Vala. Does not actually get the reset. Rhett is back up to 36 stacks. If he had died there, oh my goodness. It would have been Cuttins? Poitons? So once again, because this is up and this is down, that means that every single wave that spawns at top will have a catapult with it. Here come the web weavers. Here come the web weavers. They were in love with you. Web weavers and witch doctors are basically the same thing, you know? Yeah, they're definitely trying to even up this map. Here's the thing. This and Garden of Terror are 2 of the maps with the strongest map objectives. If you get back-to-back web weavers, you just do so much. Alright, they do clear out the top lane, but the bottom lane does get cleared. The mid lane gets knocked down. It won't get up again. They're definitely going to get held down. There's the throw into Icy. Lots of damage. We do have everyone coming in. Medivh does finish their quest, so now Medivh can int as much as they want to. And indeed, does immediately... That's always, I swear that quest, unstated prerequisite of that quest is to die within a minute of completing it. Please don't point out that prerequisites cannot be achieved after completing. There's GG from Grey Color. I do agree. It's going to be very hard for Malfurion to hold this up. There is the big red button coming out of the Odin, doing massive damage. The shields are cracked. The paint is down. And we do have Caffinated Knights, apparently, winning game number 3 and pushing us into a game 4. We will not have a 3-0 today, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, would you go ahead and have looking at the damage? Top damage in the game was Icy. Mephisto doing so well, hitting a lot of people with those lightning novas that's centered on him. 105,000 damage over the course of the game. We have WH Slug Hunter coming with 67,000, and then Tychus with 60. In terms of healing, very even game. Love Dart slightly out healing Cheekies, but it's 95 to 89. So if you just ignore this number, it means they were healing almost 150% of the top damage done. Just ignore the actual top damage done because that's an outlier. In terms of experience, once again, Ark and Gojira just basically the same person. That is 116 apart. 116? I can count that high myself without using a calculator. Okay, I can do it with most numbers, but you know what? Shut up. In a reasonable amount of time. Once again, we do not quite get to level 20 on the side of Dead Gaming, but we do go ahead and have, here they are, copy them down, take them in Storm League, get amazing victory. This is interesting. Let's go for Neo Peasants for the extra damage against the Web Weavers, apparently. And then also, really going for a Drain build. I have to wonder, had we gotten to 20, would we have had Silencing Entomb? Or would we have the, AoE, Train Hope? But regardless, they're probably already up. These teams like to go, so I'll be back in just a second. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to game number 4, and hopefully the precursor to game number 5. I don't have a preference in which team I want to win. I just want a game 5. I always want a game 5. It's the selfish caster part of me. Very, very, very good job at dealing with the Medivh last game. Medivh can definitely be the death toll of a lot of teams. So they do still really, really just like the Genji. Going and taking that away from Caffinated Knights. We will have first pick on Dead Gaming. This will be the first time they've had first pick since... Actually, it might be the entire one. I think Caff Knights had first pick, game number 1, and then kept losing. But now that Dead Gaming have lost a game, they finally get to experience the majesty of first pick. We do go and get the Lost Vikings being banned out outside of Dead Gaming. Lucio going to be once again removed. High Five just really, really interferes with their ability to stun people to death. Tap the Rockies. High Five. I am a very musical person. If you haven't noticed that, then get used to it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So Gajira is going to once again bless us with the Hogger. Going to come in here, going to be Tasmanian spinning. There's a lot of camps on this map, and Hogger goes through them like a hot knife through cheese. I'm trying to remember what Colorado says. Is it hot butter through bread? You're gonna have Arc coming out on the Blaze. Once again, Arc really, really, really likes the ability of Bunker to interfere with kill comps. And then Love Dart once again, not even making Joselle wait, getting the dragon super early. Hello, Goon. How are you doing, my friend? Glad to see you.
With every death comes
Ready for action!
So you're gonna have Hanzo coming out with WH Slug Hunter, and then Storm Brandon going to be playing the Muradin. This will be the first time we've actually seen Muradin. Dude, hot cheese through bread would be amazing. Think of it, you're trying to make like a grilled cheese sandwich, and you just have a knife made of like scalding cheese, and there's it's already hot. It cuts the slice off. It'd be the best ever. I need a cheese lightsaber. It should totally be a thing. We do go ahead and have the Rhaegar coming out. Rhaegar being banned. And then we will have the Joe. So we do go and have Murden against We Don't Know Yet. Blaze into Hogger. I do think Hogger actually wins that. I don't think Blaze has an SEC time. Hogger is way, way, way too good at displacing. So Blaze can't stand on his fire as easily. And Hogger's also just like a damaged truck. Like very, 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 very... Hogger's too good. We do have the second best Diablo skin coming out of Orsmanthius. And then gray color coming out on Falstad. A lot of globals coming out of the side of Caffeinated Knights. Definitely playing a little bit of a different game this far. Heart of Terror is one of the biggest maps in the map pool, so being able to have these globals will be very, very helpful. Tahaka is technically still up, but if you took him, I mean, you could have like Tahaka and Hogger as solo laners. But no, Rhett going to be playing Mockery, and then we do go and have Anduin coming out for Cheekies. Anduin the Fun Police. Oh, you think you have a cool combo? You think you're going to kill that person? Whoop! 100% what we're going to end up seeing. Ooh. Icy comes back. Comes back to game number 1. Says, you know what? Kelth or Mephisto was a mistake. Mephisto, I did a lot of damage, but we didn't get the win. So you know what? Stealthy boy stabbing your ears. Here we go. What? I will get the prediction up. Don't go anywhere. Put your money where your mouth is. And let's get into game number 4. Every time? Swear to George?
The battle begins shortly.
Somehow my mouse just ends up on the edge of the screen and it just starts scrolling like mad. But coming into game number 4, we do have Dead Gaming, winners of game 1 and 2, but did get defeated in the last game. Trying to go ahead and close this series out. We do have Storm Brandon coming out on the Murden. Cheekies is going to be playing Anduin. Rhett coming out on the Hanzo. Gojira on the Hogger. And then Slug Hunter will be playing the Tracer. They are Dead Gaming. They are on the left side of the battlefield and your blue team. Representing the orange, however, we do go and have Art coming out on the Blaze. We do have Orsmanthius playing Diablo. Lovedark going to be on that Brightwing. Gray color on the Falsehead. And Icy playing the, on the Sleepy Cloud. No one be loud. We got the Sleepy Cloud under Icy. Do go ahead and have Zeratul snaking around. We have Hogger down in the bottom lane, hiding in the bushes. Why would you guys all come up here and then not do anything? Are you trying to catch the rotation of the offlaner? Alright, Glade will just avoid most of that damage. We do have Icy coming into the bottom lane. Love Dart took a little bit of damage. There's a nice little exploding bit of shadow. And I'm in the rough. People are too many places. I tell you, back in my day. Trying to keep an eye on all of the potential battles going on. Orsmanthius and Rhett here in the middle. Looking at our level 1 talents, we do go and get Shadow Hunter coming out of the Zeratul. We will see Gathering Storm on the Falstad. And Symbol Geometry once again on the Hanzo. Not a super big surprise, kind of what we expect to see. We do go and have Orsmanthius moving down here, getting a lot of damage done. Oh, granted, most of that was already done. Big fight coming in, but this is going to be a 4 versus 3. That will be picked up, and Gojira goes down. First blood of the game as Hogger goes ahead, and the only bones he has to gnaw on are his own. At the top, however, Blaze trying to hold this back. Gonna have a little bit of a hard time. A lot of damage being done to this top, down to about 50%. Or as Tracer just moves in, Cheekies and Tracer doing what they can. Cannonball to the face, but immediately healed by the Anduin. Red color went down about 50% against this Hanzo. We'll go and get back to the safety with very, very little issue, however. Icy picking this up.
Just in time for the seeds of my vengeance to sprout. But which of you rather than first?
There's Gojira once again being like, okay, hopefully the entire enemy team doesn't show up right as I finish this. That was rude. As the seeds start spawning in, both teams start going in, picking up the various mercenary camps, pushing the lanes because a lot of people will be down on the scene. If you remember when we were on Tomb of the Spider Queen, I said that was one of the maps with the most impactful, like map objectives. This is actually the map with the absolute most impactful. I think it's something like the team that gets the first map objectives wins like 70% of the time, or some crazy statistic like that. Maybe 68, but just a very, very big number. Maybe a number I would have a difficult time counting too quickly. Unless I could cheat and be like, I'm counting to 70 in tens! Which case I could, yeah, get there very quickly. Are 2/3 of the way done with Shadowhunter so far. Nice to see. Gathering Storm at 8 stack currently. Zeratul in the area, but we'll have a hard time in the Tracer until his power spike comes up. At 13 does a lot more. Oh, there's a stun. However, Slug Hunter kind of forgot Zeratul was nearby. Here's Orsmanthius going in, and bye-bye Tracer. Bye-bye Tracer. Bye-bye happiness. I don't care. I won't stop singing. I'm in a good mood. What can I say? Still no one actually going for this so far. Regular just goes by and be like, hey, objective! I love how on the map it keeps on highlighting it and be like, hey guys, this is here? This exists? Remember? Alright, 2v2 coming up. We have Orsmanthius and Icy. Love Dart is nearby. Should not really be much. I'm surprised they're pushing it this hard. I guess it is 4 versus 4. Love Dart did go ahead and sacrifice himself. I do think, yep, definitely is going to go down. Got Orsmanthius out, which is probably the more important one. Probably can teleport back in, and it's not a very long death timer. Diablo would have to go back in. Did not have full soul, so it's not like they would waste that. There's Gojira. Gray color looking not too healthy. I'm just surprised he doesn't hearth and fly back. Definitely has flight up. You can tell right there. That's not on cooldown. So say, I'm not sure what that was. You knew you were very far out of range. So we do have the first objective going over to the side of Dead Gaming to eventually get picked up. Level 10s are online for Caffinated Knights. We do have Mighty Gust, Lightning Breath, Blink Heal, Might of the Narrative. I told you that that's what I usually saw. And then Blaze does not know. Geez, Blaze, it's like you're busy in the middle of a team fight or something. We do have another seed coming up in about 30 seconds. Icy goes down there, harasses a little bit here, but not going to really get anything done. Hi, kitty. Ah! I even petted you so you wouldn't hit the mouse. Whenever my cat wants attention, he always comes over and he actually starts like just poking the mouse and swatting at my hand. I'm like, okay, I need you to stop that.
Shouldn't you be gathering that seed, heroes?
I do like how much pressure they're putting on with, because like none of the mercy camps are staying on the map for very long at all. And Sopple comes out, Hog's going to be absolutely fine. This is 2 versus 3, so it's not a fight they want to stay with. The two globals are pushing bottom lane very hard to obviously go up there, because that's what global means. Does pull back, but it's actually only Tracer. That may have been a mistake, my friend. And we now do have Dead Gaming picking up 2 of the first 3 objectives, but the first building does go down against Caffinated Knights as they push through the middle lane. And here they come, looking for this. Cheeky's might be in a bad spot. There is the Gust. And Cheeky's does go down. There is another EU arrow coming down from the top lane. Siege Bunker comes up. Everyone into the pillbox. Icy up here, slowly pushing in. They're trying to get even more value, but they need to be careful. This will be the 3rd seed. This will be the one that actually gives the Plant Terrors over the side of Dead Gaming. The Plant Terrors, as mentioned, are incredibly powerful. You know what else is incredibly powerful? Killing your opponent's tank as Murden goes down. That will make it difficult to pick up the seed, you know, when you don't have your tank. think I'm gonna cry. I don't know why. We do go ahead and have gray color, picking this up, and this will be the first seat secured by the side of Caffeinated Knights. Falstad is flying up, ready to move in here. This will be a fight over this point. Because they're all in the area trying to get this taken care of. Falstad is nearby. We have full 5 versus 5 as soon as they actually decide to engage. There is that. Going ahead and pushing Cheeky's. The big arrow comes down, stuns a lot of their opponents. Cheeky's down to about 25%. We do have Diablo going down, does have souls. Anduin goes down as well. Lots of damage on that point. You're not going to be able to get out of there, Mr. Blaze. Anduin for Blaze effectively, although Diablo is a lot weaker, down to 25 souls at this point. Burden has finished their free quest, having reached level 10. Fantastic job. Mathias, you do not have a lot of health. However, here comes Slug Hunter goes down, taken out by Falstad. Gray color's super weak. Icy is in the area though, trying to secure everything. Does get taken out. Dwarf on dwarf action as the Stormbolt goes ahead and secures. Love Dart is in the area though. Stormbranded does not have a lot of health. There is a scatter shot coming from Rhett, trying to go in and get this taken care of. There is the teleport in. Not quite in time, and it's going to be Love Dart and the Zeratul that both go down. This will be Dead Gaming getting the first objective. I'm sorry, there's absolutely no way Blaze can stop this. Big push, happy coming through here. They were starting to do damage to the bottom wall. But here come the plant terrors. Bottom. Bottom. Now what's interesting here is that if Tracer moves forward and actually gets these taken out, because what happens is the Plant Terror takes damage every time it swings. If you can actually clear the wave ahead of it and it just walks forward, it doesn't actually take damage. It's not like the Spider Queen minions that take damage over time. Plant Terror only takes damage on attacks. So it does look like they've taken out the middle. They've given up on top. This was pushed back. And Arc actually trying to take their opponent's stuff. Here comes Gray Color coming down. I'm so mean. Alright, that Terror Phase actually only ended up... I thought they would have lost a lot more than that. I'm going to be serious. Like, 4 of their opponents were dead whenever that phase started. Cat! Every single time she says that, I immediately think of Castlevania 2. Anyone else? Anyone else? I don't think that's actually the Castlevania theme. It's close to it. I never played that much Castlevania. Good anime series, though. Highly recommend. You go ahead and have the terrors moving out. This is the last mercenary camp on the map. I'll have to see who takes it first. Looks like there's a bit of a scuffle going down here. Orsmanthius takes a bunch of damage. Still going forward. Orsmanthius? Love Dart's heal did get interrupted by something. Or lesson, maybe it actually happened, because it is 20 seconds until it comes up again. Arc goes ahead, takes a bunch of damage. And there's the stun coming down. We do go now Icy in the backline trying to get this done. Cheeky's does go ahead and use Light Bomb on herself, trying to get that taken care of. But we do go and have the Fire Breath from Diablo, gets this taken care of. Another seed is up. Looks like a good seed to pick up if you are Caffinated Knights. Your opponents have lost their healer and probably will not be in a position to oppose you. Up to 73 stacks of Gathering Storm. It does mean that it is doing about 38% extra damage, I think, if I can do math. Oh, well, 38% plus 15%.
I feel a seed germinating. Are you
Maybe I should read the second half of the talent before I talk about it. I mean, just an idea. It's not required. It's not something that I necessarily have to do. But it might save me from saying things that are dumb. There we have Icy going and picking up that camp. The two camps are going to be pushing. And again, we do go ahead and have Caffeinated Knights on the verge of having a terror phase come across. And their lanes are pushed a little bit better. Oh, they're looking. Hey, buddies, did you think we'd be by the terror? The fun police do come in, go in and get Brandon out of danger. And it does look like they will go back to the actual terror and try and channel that. They do have level 20s. We do have Fortified Bunker coming out, as well as Shadow Strike, Fairy Protector, Hellstorm, and Wind Tunnel. Their opponents are on the cusp of level 20 themselves, though. Ooh, Icy takes a bunch of damage. Level 20s are now online for the side of Jet Gaming. We do have Rewind, Bullseye, Power Spike, Get Stuffed, and Censure. Top Terror will be going straight into Keep Wall almost immediately. The other ones are not too far away either. Bunch of damage going through. Doing what they can. Canning what they do. There's Slug Hunter. A lot of them come through, and there's the arrow. NA arrow comes in, gets a big stun, and we do have Brightwing going down. The Wind Tunnel comes out. Slug Hunter takes a bunch of damage. They also get Zeratul down. So this is a double kill in favor of Dead Gaming. Going ahead and still have to deal with the plant terrors, but they will kind of force back their opponents. Although they can't stay up here too long. They've lost their... No, they haven't. I swear I saw a keep go down. That keep is down to, elite amount of... Actually, that would be 1337. So all three keeps are exposed. All of them have taken some degree of damage. This is the healthiest one. But of course, their opponents have not damaged any of their opponents' keeps yet. Bunch of damage coming through. We do go in and have a big ol' two-handed mace smashing into these, trying to get the lanes pushed back out. Their opponents are going to be looking to do the same thing just as soon as our camps respawn. This will be the next site of the seeds. But of course, both sides are now at 0-3. Both sides also at level 21. So they have all the power they're going to get, other than the 4% increases for level up. Alright. They are moving here, trying to go ahead and set up a gank.
A seed is sprouting.
But their opponents were wise to it, went and scouted that bush with a little bit of oil. We do have Orsimontheus. There's the Wind Tunnel. Wind Tunnel used in kind of a weird place. I mean, it is going and holding their opponents back, but it's a very, very powerful ability, and it will now be down for another 45 seconds. This will be given up, and we do have mercenaries pushing in all the lanes. Seed is coming up. Again, this seed does not matter in the ultimate thing. There will be no plant terror phase coming out of it. Looks like right now, we've got a little bit of Caffinated Knights on the run. They need to be careful with this. They have the advantage on the map right now. The bottom lane is completely exposed. They have continual catapults coming across. But they're playing a little scared, and they are losing their advantage as the buildings continue to go down. Now top and mid are dead even with only a keep each. Although this is going to be a problem real heckin' soon. Yeah, if they can't get back, this will end in the bottom.
Prepare to gather it.
Oh, I say that, and then I come back down here. Okay, maybe I overstated that. There's the hog, wild, going everywhere. Polymorph comes down. We've got Icy trying to go in and get this taken care of, and Gojira will go down. There's Orsmanthius. Orsmanthius super low. Does have souls. We'll be back in just a second. Cheeky's going to go down as well. Slug Hunter trying to get out of here, but Tracer is not the best at avoiding auto attacks. So here comes Gojira with the Lightning Storm. Icy looking for this, and goodbye. That is going to be 4 kills to 1. And of course, Diablo already back. Are we going to game number 5? It certainly looks like that is a strong possibility. As we go in with Caffinated Knights moving forward, trying to go in and take their opponent's core. All the shields are already gone thanks to their catapults. And here goes Dead Gaming, falling in game number 4 and taking us into a game 5. Looking at the stats at the end of that game, we do go ahead and have 73,000 coming out of Hanzo, Icy coming out with 52,000, and Tracer with 51. Very even between these two, but a clear advantage coming out of Hanzo. Looking at the healing, we do have Love Dart, oh my goodness, 94,000 healing coming out of course the game, significantly more than Hanzo dealt damage. Now that said, that's the big thing you gotta look at before you try and, say, oh wow, healer diff, because whenever you have this much more damage coming out of the blue team, the fact that the red team finds more stuff to heal isn't really the other healer's fault. There was just more damage to heal back from. Experience-wise, we do go ahead and have 18,000 experience coming out of Hogger, leaving Arc in the dust. So Gojira doing a great job keeping their team ahead. So I think that we were, of course, level 22 to level 22. So I don't know how much of a difference it really made. But credit where credit is due. We do go ahead and have a lot of talents picked up. Copy them down, take them into Storm League, get all of the amazing successes. And I will see you in game number 5. Don't go anywhere. Here we go. Game number 5. There is no match after this one. This will definitely be the end of this series. It's a best of 5, and you know what? On a best of 5, you can't go past map 5. It's how it works. It's in the rules. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Wait, what? How'd you lose your caster? I have no idea what you're talking about, but it clearly shows that it's still broadcasting my audio. So I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're lying to me. So you're gonna have the Zeratul being banned out. I don't blame them. The Zeratul was heckin' scary. Definitely made it very, very difficult for the squishy to stay alive and just consistently penetrated into the back line. Lucio does get banned out. Keeping that away from Cheekies. Obviously. I don't think Cheekies would first pick it, but that may mean they have a strategy that does not involve it. And once again, Lost Viking, they really do not like Lost Vikings at all. Cat. So there is the Dahaka from Gojira. Once that immediately... Dahaka is an interesting pick because, like, Dahaka becomes the best double soaker with the possible exception of Hogger. But it takes him until about level 7 to get there. He has to do a lot of essence absorption in order to be able to actually move between the lanes fast enough to out-soak other ones. And boom, there is actually Hogger. If Hogger can do the bounce perfectly, Hogger can actually get between the lanes even faster than Dahaka, even a full-speed Dahaka. It's ridiculous. One second, you guys can't see the cat at all? I'm draped in shadow. There's a cat here. They're really... My cat is very upset with the fact this game has gone to game 5. It's like, you have not been paying any attention to me for the last, like, couple of hours? What is this? This sucks? How dare? You want to sit here and headbutt your armpit? Yep, that is what you're going to do. And you're good at it. Hello, NFCEO. Glad to have you here. Icy has been doing great things on Zeratul. Will not do great things on Zeratul this game. Zeratul to get banned away. And the Mephisto also being removed. Although that one, I think that is also an Icy pick. Or is Mantheus coming out with a Johanna?
The crusade calls.
Yeah.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
So we have the Hanzo. Hanzo actually picked up. I feel like Hanzo's been played by Rhett quite a bit. Not going to be played by Rhett this time. We do have it picked up by Grey Color. There's Orsmanthius coming out on the Johanna, as we mentioned. Love Dart, once again getting the Brightwing. We don't yet have a healer for Cheekies. We do have the Orcish twins coming out. Thrall going to be played by Rhett and Rhaegar. So a very aggressive front line. Like, even Rhaegar is a pseudo-melee healer, so they're going to be trying to run past Johanna and just, like, mess up the rest of the opponent's team. One's going to have to keep their distance, poke them down, and be a little bit careful. Icy, what are you going to do? What are you going to bring to deal with this melee team? Let's go with Falstad. I'm going to go ahead and try and slow them down, blow them away. Here we go into game number 5. This is your last chance to bet. Last chance to put your money where your mouth is. Last chance to... Here's the thing. The last several games, there have been support, but only for one of the two teams. You can't win anything if you do that. Come on, guys. Dead Gaming and Caffeinated Nice need you. Let's get to it. So, coming into game number 5, we do go and have representing Dead Gaming. Winners of the first 2 games, losers of the 3rd and 4th. Really, really trying to reverse that trend right here. We do gonna have Cheekies playing the Rhaegar. Gojira will be on the Dinosaur. Slug Hunter, once again, is going to be on the Greymane. Rhett coming out here on the Thrall. And then Storm Brandon going to be playing the Stun Beetle himself, Anubarak. Meanwhile, representing Caffinated Knights over on the right side of the battlefield, our orange team is going to be Icy playing the Falstad. Icy also playing Swiftwing. We can't forget Swiftwing. Swiftwing is amazing. We do go ahead and have Grey Color coming out here on the Hanzo. We will have Orsmanthius playing the Johanna. Looks like Love Dart once again on the Brightwing. And Art will be playing the Hager. Big fight in the middle. No one actually taking too much damage though. Looks like at level 1 we do get Zealous Glare. We are going to get Simple Geometry and Gathering Storm once again from the Falstad. He has agility to the surprisement of no one. Lots of damage on the Grey Color. Big push in. We do have the teleport in for the Brightwing. The Thrall is down at the bottom lane, but a bunch of damage comes through. We do have the Beetle getting squished. Hanzo goes ahead, and with every death comes honor, and with honor redemption. So is that the line? I don't play a lot of Hanzo. Samantha's over here. Love Dart coming out of the way, as is Icy, but it looks like Red is moving down as well. Storm Brandon is looking to move into this. They were thinking about invading, and then no, they're getting invaded on. Joke's on you. Hogger is up top, taking that one, because Hogger can get that very quickly. We do have Brightwing going down, so the bottom is stolen due to the fact that the offlaner came down in order to help with this invade. So it's still an overall advantage for the side of Dead Gaming, who got 6 sappers walking across the map right here. But Hogger getting some value. Not quite the king of Value Town, but at the very least, the, jester of Value Town. Yep, a little bit of a movement up here. Will Love Dart get away? There is a nice attempt. Yep, body blocks for days. Love Dart, you're not going anywhere except back to the Hall of Storms. That is a double kill for the side of Dead Gaming. They have 3 kills to 1 at this point. They'll be pushing in, trying to control the top lane. But while they're doing this, that means their opponents do have free reign in the bottom lane, except for Slug Hunter down here. They choose not to do anything with it, though. They're going to move up here and try and secure the 2 altars.
Go forth and claim the altars.
Keep in mind, Brightwing can just teleport in.
Revan Lord demands it.
The Haka does go ahead and secure this. We'll have a fight down here over this point. Those look like they're not contesting the top point. Instead, Dahaka did go down to deal with Briggeller, but Love Dart came right behind. The power of the globals moving in here. However, with the health bars so low. However, here's Icy coming in as I say that. But Hogger is not coming down. It is 5 versus 4 in favor of Dead Gaming, and Dead Gaming will go ahead and get this channel. Gojira getting a lot of value right here. We have the Unstoppable coming out. Once again, it's surprisingly, death volley. Red is not with them. Red is right down here. But still, they're all kind of in the same area. And no one's really trying to stop Hogger. Hogger has gone through the entire front wall. He's going to be picking this up in just a second, I'm sure, because he makes such short work of it. But once again, here is Dead Gaming looking for a engage, looking to go ahead and get in here. But Icy flies down real quick in order to make this a 4 versus 4. Taka apparently does not have Dig available just yet. So with that being taken care of, we do go ahead and have Art and Gojira dueling in the middle of the map. Here's the thing, we are at level 7 with Thrall. At level 7, Ancestral Wrath does cause a lot of threat. Able to do 15% damage to anyone at not quite any time, but in a time it's hard for you to predict unless he just used it. Oh my goodness, fantastic engage. Managed to catch 3 of them. Underbreath went in and got a triple stun, and people were just stuck in place. There's Grey Color. Grey Color goes in and gets a tongue attached to him. Slug Hunter goes in and secures that. Looks like Brandon's super low. Brandon will get out of there for right now, but Slug Hunter, there's still, weirdly enough, the health bars, despite the fact they got a kill, are in favor of Caffinated Knights. Slug Hunter down single or double digits on 2 of the people. Arc goes in and gets healed up, and this is going to be a full retreat coming from Gambit Gaming. But keep in mind, their party members did not actually die. They came very close, but they did not actually die. Hanzo is back alive, though, and on his way. We have Orsmanthius moving up here, down to about half health. Here comes Storm Brandon. Neither of the offlaners are down here yet, but Gujira could teleport in. Red does get stopped by the flashlight. Alright, there is Brandon going in, getting the stun. I don't think anyone can stop Red. They did successfully go and push this out. And there is the shot, taking the core down to 28 health. Bunch of damage coming down, going ahead and getting this taken care of. We do go to have Gojira looking for the tongue and does catch Orsmanthius with it. Orsmanthius is going to be delicious. Oh, Red a little bit ahead, trying to knock Orsmanthius and the rest of the team. Not going to be able to quite do it. Orsmanthius was just a taste, not a meal. Nice stopping those stoppers. The sappers were definitely trying to run in, but were denied. And here comes Ark, making short work of these guys. But will Dahaka, like, sniff it out? Yep, Dahaka is aware. However, I'm not sure he can really do anything about it. There comes the several globals. Saying, Dahaka, you thought? It looks like Gojira will go ahead and get out of here. And with that, bottom altar does go in favor of Dead Gaming, giving them a lot of pressure on this map. No sappers coming in, but this could potentially be 10 shots going across if they get both these bottom altars. And it does look like their opponents are up here, trying to get it down to 8, but they're not really fighting for the altars is the problem.
The time is now, heroes. Claim the altars in my name. The Gravekeeper claims another tower.
Down to 20 core health on the side of Caffinated Knights.
Like all the others. Enough of this charade. Bring down the Gravekeeper's core. You will pay for your arrogance. You've done well, heroes. Let the Gravekeeper know my power.
Okay, it's not your power. You did, like, literally nothing. About the strongest thing that the Raven Lord has done inside of Here's the Storm is, like, make a powerful daughter. Who is Orpheus' mom, by the way? Does anyone know? Or did Orpheus just, like, pop up from a void of blackness? I would not put that past her, to be completely honest. We do have Dahaka up here going ahead and trying to push in, retake this back. That does mean that they're trying to push in and take this, but they are fighting 4 into 5, which is a problem. Dahaka can, of course, come down. Big arrow comes through, gets a double stun. Alright, do have this up. It does look like right now,
Take the
Orsmanthes is standing over there ready to move in.
to the Gravekeeper.
Love Dart not being opposed and trying to get this. The Headless Horseman does come out and start trying to fight because an arrow hit him. So that does knock us down to 32 core health on the side of Dead Gaming. Alright, we do go in and have but there is the gust, goes ahead and allows Arc to disengage. That will go ahead. They've gotten a little bit too low, and they're not going to try and take this. They also do have Stabbers moving across.
Is ours. Fire on the Gravekeeper.
Down to 15 core health. Alright, we do go in and have Arc moving in. This is going to be a full 5 versus 5, trying to go in and convert this bottom one back. Dahaka has successfully taken the top one, which is why we got 5 shots in that last encounter. Dahaka is not here, so this should give a bit of an advantage to Caffinated Knights, and they do go ahead and reconvert this bottom one. Nice Slug Hunter goes in and takes a nice, very close range scatter shot away from Hanzo. We do gotta have a Thrall taking out the Hogger. A little bit of a problem right here as Orsmanthe is trying to get back. Not going to be able to. There is the Gust, but Gust only inconveniences them. That is 2 kills for Dead Gaming. Or in the driver's seat. If they get all 3 of these and the boss, they will win. That will be 16 core health. The opponent's down to 3 members. And they may get it at this point. There went several hits. Icy trying to get out of here. Slug Hunter does not have a lot, but Icy, you're not able to get this done. There is Ret channeling. Dahaka channeling.
I am lord of this realm, and it will not be stolen.
And there it went. That's it. Dead Gaming does win the series, taking Cowards of Doom in a big, big, big pushback. Did lose games 3 and 4. So with that, let me go in and see if I can get an interview. I have such a hard time finding these lobbies, or finding these channels. Alright, while we wait to see if I am going to be joined by anyone, we do go ahead and have Hanzo leading the way in damage with 34,000. We do go and have 30,000 coming out of Slug Hunter, and 28,000 coming out of Icy. We do go ahead and get, in terms of healing, Cheekies does 52,000, Love Dart with 38, and then in terms of Gojira, or in terms of Soak, we have Gojira leading the way with 17,000. Looks like I am joined by Shubsway.
It's red. It's red.
Okay.
Yeah, my Discord's different. Hello.
I was gonna ask, like, I have no idea who you are. I know you were involved in the coin flip, but
Yeah, no problem.
So, first of all, first and foremost, kind of an easy question to start off, but how are you guys feeling right now?
Solid. It was a tough match, but came out on top. Feels good.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those things where I was just like mentally preparing myself because I always went to game 5 and I was like, man, we've had the same team win the first 2, and then Calf Knights definitely came back and pushed us to the only map that can really end a best of 5. So
Yeah, for real. It's always on towers. I don't know why. It's such a weird game 5 game. I hate that map personally, but it's always the game 5 reserve.
well, I mean, it's tradition at this point, I think.
It feels right.
So with that said, looking back at the series, so game number 1, you guys seem to have pretty well under your control. I'm not going to definitely say that you like won easily, but you definitely seem to have map presence and never really felt in danger. What would you say changed going into games 3 and 4 from the way you started?
Game 3 was I remember game 4 was Garden. Game 3 was which one again? Forgive me, I'm a little tired.
Oh, no problem. Game 3 was Tomb of Spider Queen.
Tomb. Oh yeah, that was my first Medivh game. Yeah, we decided to run it and try it. It was pretty sloppy on my part for the I would say.
You definitely
That's probably the biggest thing.
You definitely gave me a heart attack.
I'm sure. I gave my team a heart attack. Poor Cheekies is just watching me end.
Well, it was just like you ended up losing the quest at 36 stacks, and then I swear to God, you came like that close to doing it again. At one point, you were at like 113 hit points with 36 stacks again.
And I hit like a 4-man queue or something to like get it right before I died. I remember that. I was like, "Whew, not even close. Calced it all from the beginning."
And then game number 4 was the Towers of Doom. Towers of Doom was super, super, super back and forth. It definitely felt.
You mean Garden, right?
Oh, sorry, yes, Garden.
Yeah, no problem.
Garden of Terror, Towers of Doom. They're both. They have an of in the middle.
They go forever. Like they both just go on for nonstop.
It definitely felt, if I remember correctly, that you guys, I won't say you prioritized the seeds, but you got like 2 seeds, and your opponents largely just ignored the seeds the whole time. And
yeah, they had a much better. To them, that was they played their comp exactly right. Like our comp was way better at like just 5v5 brawling, and their comp was way better at clearing waves and like taking and pushing waves and pushing lanes and ignoring objectives is anytime you get the opportunity. Like they definitely played that the right way. And we kind of entered the team fights because most of the time because we didn't have like vision or space because we were always behind on wave prio, I'd say.
The other question, I kind of skipped over Towers of Doom, I'm sorry. Or not Towers of Dragonshire. On Dragonshire, I thought it was very interesting because I cannot for the life of me remember which team was which at this point. But I remember the Vala got into Dragon Knight twice. Was that your Vala or their Vala?
That was their Vala, and don't ask me. I have no idea.
Okay.
I personally, I'm not a big Vala fan on D-Shire in the first place, so like, I don't know. It felt kind of weird. But like the problem that we had on Garden, they kind of had the same problem on D-Shire, right? Like it's a very macro-y map where your team is always split, so like 5v5s aren't very good, and they kind of had like a 5v5 run it down comp. Like Diablo Vala is like they just want to brawl, but they just never really got the chance to.
Yeah, that's. I was going to ask you, I'm like, does Vala's like attack speed upgrade from her level 1 quest actually apply to the Dragon Knight? Is that what was up with that?
That would have been that'd be at a level of thinking that I'm not at if that applied. That'd be sick.
Because that would make a lot more sense. So I'm just thinking, like, you got a stacking quest. Why are you putting? Because I guarantee you're not getting the stacks when you're in the Dragon Knight.
My guess is that they just ended up with that person was just in the place at that time.
That's my guess as well.
Yeah.
And then lastly, with Towers of Doom, it was a bit. So you definitely had Dahaka coming down for the team fights a lot more often, and you went with a all melee comp. Even like Rhaegar is basically a melee healer. What kind of like led you into that style?
I think it's really good, especially with globals, because you like so that was mostly Brandon drafting, but I'm going to assume that his thinking was like when you have a Dahaka, like one of the best things you can do is kind of force the issue, and you get the 5v4, and you just want a team that is able to kind of run at them, and I think it worked out well. It was between Thrall or Sylve for the last pick. And I think Thrall fitted a little better, although Sylve would have been fine. I think, kind of the same idea.
All right, makes sense. And then the last question, I always ask a version of this. Although I kind of can guess the answer. Why did you guys choose to name your team Dead Gaming?
Because it's a dead game.
I mean, you definitely left a lot of corpses over the last over the last 5 games.
I hope people get that because we're gaming, but we're on a dead game, so we're dead gaming.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. It's one of the things I ask this every single time I do a cast because some people have like really like great reasons, and I was like, I kind of already know the answer to this, but I'm still going to put it out there.
My favorite was whenever Crush messaged me and was like, "What logo do you guys want?" And I was like, "Can we use the HOTS logo?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't see a problem." I'm like, "Well, it seems fitting."
So those are all the questions I had for you. Let me go ahead and turn it over to you for any shout outs you might want to give.
Shout out to the squad. Shout out to CAFK as well. They put up a hell of a game, hell of a series. And shout out to Nathanatos. That's it.
Well,
shout out to the casters as well. Actually, there's apologies.
I was so offended. No, I'm kidding. So with that, I'll go ahead and let you enjoy the after party. This was definitely a game I did not, or a match I did not know which way would be going because you guys were very close in the standings, but you did manage to go ahead and win in the end. So enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh, it's time to grab all the drinks. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have a good one.
Oh, I'll do my best. At this point, we will go ahead and raid over to Rockwell. Rockwell is definitely another NGS player, so let's just go say hi.